record. Just to make sure. Oh, it is recording. Perfect. Awesome. So first and foremost, hello. I know it's been a long time since you've actually heard us and seen us in a way that makes sense, because I'm sure y'all saw a video on YouTube a little while ago. And you was probably pressed play and was like, what the fuck is this? We thought the same thing. It do be ghetto over here, hence the name. Welcome to the Earth is Ghetto podcast.
Welcome.
Okay?
It is your favorite non-binary Bush Queen, Erin.
And I'm Sid, and we are about to just honestly get directly into it as to what we're about to talk about. Do you want to do Diddy first, or where do you want to start? Because
let's do Diddy.
Okay.
Let's just get that out the way. I'm so tired.
Do you want to start, or shall I?
You start.
Okay. So as we know, the disgusting diddler himself. If you don't know his crimes, you should Google. This man is a straight up rapist. Okay. And I feel like the most disgusting part of him getting the charges that he did, because he was obviously guilty of RICO. Mm-hmm. He was obviously guilty of human trafficking, transport. He really should have been gotten on all of the charges. But out of the charges, they only gave him 2, which can carry up to 10 years. Now, this is where the issues lie. Because Diddy is currently in jail doing his tap dancing diddler shit, where he's enrolling into domestic violence classes. He's enrolling into anger management. And the reason why he's barely going to get any time, I'll tell you why. The reason why he's going to barely get any time is because the prosecution can't find another case where somebody got that many years for transport. They can't find a case. So the defense is taking that opportunity to be like, hey, he needs to get like 2 years. And he's already been in jail a year. So he would be out 2026, 2027.
Because when is the sentencing? October
3rd, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when the sentencing is actually
probably
going to be.
2027 or 2028. Wouldn't surprise
27 seems like a fever dream. It feels like a hope.
That'll be tomorrow. Like that. Do you know how fast time is going, girl?
So, and amongst his crimes, Jesus Christ, to be honest with you, one of the worst stories that I heard was a friend of his assistant who was on the phone and said, hey, I don't really want to talk to P. Diddy. I feel like he might have, had something to do with Tupac Shakur's death. Ha, ha, ha. The same friend comes over to her house to visit and leaves the front door open so Diddy can come in. This man had an IUD he wanted to insert and was so upset he couldn't insert it on this woman that he sodomized her with a remote and then had the rest of the men in there assault her. And the only reason he couldn't do it himself is because his dick was too little. That's one. Do you know how many people have stories? And I think sadly right now, women who are assaulted every day, drugged, raped, everything, right? They're not even going to come forward. Why would they come forward? Because you treated these victims with such respect, right? We had 50 Cent, who I'm going to talk about next, went ahead and doxed his own baby mama because she was involved with Diddy. And when I say doxed her, she was supposed to be a Jane Doe. Go ahead.
It just seemed like, I'm going to say it, I don't know if y'all watch Boondocks, but we're witnessing it in real time. You got motherfuckers putting baby oil on them. Armand Wiggins, aka Black Gay Red Pillar, who be saying dumb shit. He's very transphobic, all the things. And when he gets called out on it, now he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And my thing is like, sir, you have a habit of doing so many fucked up things, and then when we try to hold you accountable, "Oh, I'm sorry, let's move on." And it's like, girl, clearly you're not, because there's a pattern here, and you're only sorry because you're getting caught out on it. And this is more than just him. We have a problem. We have kind of made it a part of the culture, DV, in the black community, to where we are out there having whole parades and shit over fucking predators. It's really unfortunate to see.
And I think with Armand Wiggins, Funky Dineva, who's had some really horrific takes, I feel like we need to talk directly to the black queer community. You are not above misogyny. You can still commit that shit. And despite the fact that that misogynoir is embedded into our system, into our culture, it is up to you to rise above. It really is. When Aaron and I were watching things like Chasing Atlanta, Chasing Dallas, which is all black and queer. Let me tell you something. Me and Aaron were so fucking excited to watch black and queer people finally be on a reality show. And, you know, even if it was a little messy, we were like, you know what? We be messy sometimes.
Right.
To turn into black queer men calling trans women brick, other trans women calling trans women brick, talk about your shoulder, like the misogynoir, the transphobia, it is so embedded deeply within us, and we have to admit it and stop hiding behind our identities to be able to think to ourselves that we could not possibly commit it. It's like when black people think that they can't be colonial, when they still enroll in the army to go colonize for America. We're gonna have to be honest about that.
And again, that would be like me saying, "Oh, well, I'm non-binary, so I can't be misogynistic," when that's not how that shit works. Because at the end of the day, I still do have power, and I know how I'm perceived in a cis heteronormative society that we live in, unfortunately.
And we can't pretend that's not the facts. We can't pretend that's not there. And this is why has to be an intracommunal conversation where we can actually talk about these issues, because what we're doing to our own community members is disgusting. The colorism within our community, the constant victim blaming, because we're talking about DV right now, right? Do you know what kind of DV happens in gay relationships on a regular basis? Somebody calls the police, and the police never take it seriously. They look at you like two kids playing. Think about that. Women are already trying to fight. Men are trying to fight. All these things that are happening is in reference to domestic violence, and nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about domestic violence. They don't give a fuck about sexual assault. And the way that you can tell this country doesn't give a fuck about it is the fact that if you do drugs and sell drugs, you will get way more time than you will for raping somebody. That's how you know. Somebody can assault someone and then get off on fucking probation and then just go on a sex registry. You can't go near schools and churches. That's it. This is why the Nicki Minaj thing. You know what? I'm getting too far. Let me stop.
Since we all talking about abusers, we can talk about it, because like right now, like she's doing the absolute fucking most right now. We're witnessing like her career. So
Geronimo.
It's unfortunate that she's going out like this, but she's doing exactly what she said Lil' Kim did to her, and now she's like.
We lived long enough to see the hero become the villain. Let's be honest, and let's also be real. Nicki's never been about like no kumbaya with other bitches.
Right.
Some of the barbs that pretend to be surprised by this is actually the most. They're like, I don't know what happened to Nicki.
Y'all hate when I do it, but yes, I do compare barbs to MAGA, because y'all be saying the same type of script when it comes to defending this woman, just like they do with defending that man.
Beehive too.
Yep.
Beehive too. Man, y'all gon'
She's rich and y'all are mad. And I'm like, and girl, you still ain't got no gas to get to work tomorrow, and she don't know who you is. Like, I'm just, you can't make this shit up. They don't know you.
No, for real. And this still goes down to parasocial relationships and how we are processing these things. It's one of the reasons why I feel like predators are so protected. And this is male and female predators. Mm-hmm. Okay, Mary J. Blige, I ain't forget about you. Listen, there's a lot, bro. There's quite a few. There's quite a few, and I am sick and tired of pretending that these kinds of things don't happen every single day. And people aren't speaking up, not because it's not true, but because you niggas don't listen. You will go ahead and demonize me. Example. So 50 Cent, horrific fucking human being. I also don't know why he was ever considered sexy, because his face looks...
Hamster.
Whoa. Why is it so short and low? Anyway, so 50 Cent was having a beef with Rick Ross. Me and Aaron are watching this reality TV show, and it's super elitist. It's all black women, and we're just like, black excellence, we're gonna be billionaires, and blah blah blah. And we're just like, girl, I just want to see who gonna be cheating. You know, I'm just trying to get to the dirt, right? And one of the women, who is Rick Ross's baby mama, apparently she did a sex tape with someone else. That someone else got bitter after they broke up, and they sold it to 50 Cent, who put it on his website. He put this woman's sex tape on her website, on his website, which is why she sued and won.
Niggas still defending him somehow.
Well, all you wanted was money. I'm sorry. Therapy costs money. Me not being able to work because I've been abused costs money. Like, I don't understand why you feel like this monetary gain changes anything about her story. Because nothing, especially if we're talking about the Diddy case, is going to do anything for those women. They are still going to have to deal with those nightmares, those memories, of the PTSD which comes with being regularly assaulted for days, on end for days. Of course there were drugs. Who the fuck is fucking for 18 hours?
Right.
And we're supposed to blame her? I
think it's a lot of y'all's default, and this is why I said that a lot of people's default is to, once again, just automatically blame the victim. Like, oh, well, what did she do? We got to hear the full story. Because my politics, I believe victims as soon as they, like, that way we can actually get down to the bottom of it and not just dismiss what people are going through. Because if we normalize that shit.
And that goes for Tyler Perry's victims too.
Yeah. We have to remember that we live in a white supremacist, capitalist, patriarchal way of thinking. Automatically. Deeply ingrained in our minds.
Yep.
So that is why I feel like a lot of people are just so quick to punch down on these women who are coming out about their experiences.
It's true.
Because it's been programmed. Again, we have to constantly decolonize. It's been programmed in us to just, well, she was kind of fast.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but we adultify young black children from very young. If you are a black girl, look at his body. I've been looking like this since I was 14. Do you know how scary that was?
Been fine.
Thicky from young. No, but seriously,
I've been looking like that.
Yeah, but honestly, this has been my body since I was 14 years old. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 20, and I have all of these grown ass men. Like, I will never forget. I was in Walmart shopping for DVDs. You know I'm old, okay? And my mom comes. I'm at Walmart looking at the DVD rack. You know that big bin with the $5 DVDs? I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to go home and watch. You know, Mommy said you could pick 2 movies. I'm like, all right. I go over there to go pick a movie. Tell me how this nigga with green cornrows and gold teeth, comes up to me and was like, baby, I could buy you any movie you want. First of all, they're $5.
Right.
Okay. That's just lay that out there. And yo, when I say my mother moves like a ninja, I never thought this woman could move so fucking quietly in my life. I need you to understand this shit. I'm here. He says that shit, and all of a sudden I feel a shadow fall across me like midday or some shit like that. It was insane. And my mom's like, who you gonna buy DVDs for?
I just pictured that. I know she did too.
And I was like, no, mommy, because remember, I'm still 5'8". I'm this size. Mm-hmm. So because this man couldn't look me in the face and be like, that's a child, or he did and didn't care.
Didn't care. I was gonna say, they don't care. When you turn 18, let me know when you turn 18.
I remember when Ashton Kutcher was like the you know how old I am when Ashton Kutcher was doing the clock down for when what's her name, Hillary Duff turned 18.
I'm like countdown like it's New Year's.
It's a cycle. This is why we talk about rape culture in general, because it's almost embedded, it's embedded into our system completely. Mm-hmm. If you were sexually assaulted and you're a man, you're a weak. If you are sexually assaulted and you're a woman, you're lying.
Yep.
That's what we got. So especially when it comes to all this back and forth with genders and shit and so on and so forth, mm-hmm. We're both losing.
Yeah.
And we're both losing to white supremacy. I don't know if you realize.
That's why I said we ain't gonna be free. And y'all call me nihilistic, whatever you want, but these are facts. Y'all are upholding these white supremacist things and these conversations that y'all want to hang on to that wasn't meant for us. Yeah, we will never be free. You can kiss your freedom goodbye. You just called me a faggot and you black and I'm black. We ain't gonna get no liberation, baby. You don't want equality for all of us.
You don't.
I can't take you serious.
You don't.
So you're gonna keep complaining about capitalism while you just called someone else sissy and sweet and sassy a few seconds ago.
Zesty.
Yeah.
All the things. And that's the issue that I have with currently what's going on in the black community. Sadly, we are so fucking divided. And I will always be okay with people excluding me because I include other people. Mm. I need everybody to understand that shit does not bother me. Oh, you're letting the queers in? Yes. Well, yes. And the issue is that you only want the queers to show up when you want them to slay your hair and give you good fashion tips and do your nails and give you your good ass sewing.
And take our lingo.
Child, they still not doing it right.
They still not doing it right.
You see this shit? What you doing?
Like,
you pick up lint?
Like,
what the fuck is this?
What are you doing?
What the fuck? You know what? I ain't gonna explain it. It's
and
okay.
They don't have the nerve. No, we made it up. No, bitch. Like, I get so sick of that shit. Y'all sound just like white folks. No, y'all ain't come up with that.
Black ballroom. You need to stop it. When you get your clock it and body tea and all this other shit.
It's giving this and it's this for me and not you did this. All this is black gay lingo. I
need you to understand. So listen, no matter what, it's black, but you're not willing to go ahead and pay homage to queer people. Black queer people. The ones who go ahead and arrange your choirs. And sing in your choirs, and sometimes preach at your podium.
And I feel like once again, I think they do that because a lot of y'all really don't want to admit that queerness is a part of the culture.
Yes.
Y'all don't want to admit that. Y'all still want it to be strictly a white thing.
No.
When it has always been a black thing. And homophobia is a white thing.
It was homophobia that came to African shores, not a homosexuality. That was something that was there long before.
Because I commented and she didn't like what I said. She was like, "Oh, it's just AAV." I said, "No, it's black queer lingo." And she was like, "Once again, y'all trying to make it about y'all." And
but it is black queer lingo. Why wouldn't you want to pay?
So we all black. I said, yeah, but you want to erase the queer shit, and that's the problem.
For real, like if you were willing to be like, "Oh, this is where I got from black queer people," we wouldn't have a fucking issue. But you don't want to ever tell me how Bruno Mars is able to pay better homage than you.
Damn.
That nigga Filipino.
And a Zionist.
think he's just broke. No, but
that too.
Because even he was just like, nigga, I was gambling. So. But I
what celebrity isn't a Zionist at this point?
I mean,
I feel like a lot of these celebrities are broke as hell. Because girl, we don't have it. We don't have the coin right now.
But that's because the celebrities are the poorest of the 1%, and we don't. And they're the ones to go ahead and tap dance in front of us, so that we can be distracted by the issues that we are currently facing.
Like everybody want to go on tour right now, and it's like, girl, you was just on tour a few weeks ago.
And they're like, yeah, because these bills is due today.
Okay.
These bills is due today. That's what they're saying.
So buy my shit. And what do people do? Well, y'all just jealous because they got money, and I'm like, well, you know, Beyonce really didn't have to go on tour. She just went on tour in 20. No, you just mad because
listen,
you just a hater. I said, no, I actually love her. She's like my top 3 favorite artists in the world. But I know that's hard for you.
Do you know what I mean? I absolutely love Beyonce's music. I love how Virgo she is. I love how detailed she is. I love so much about Beyonce. But I need you guys to understand, these parasocial relations are killing us. You know, these BBS is killing y'all.
And it's causing y'all to piss and do things to people's graves. Barbs, y'all need to be studied. Like, if you're still defending this woman after all the things that she's done.
And it's like, this topic is basically about the abusers and people that defend them.
Yeah.
And sadly, Nicki is one of those people.
Chris Brown.
Whether it's Chris Brown, whether it's her own brother, whether it's her husband, this woman lives in a house where no one can go to church or school. When she had her baby, I'm like, is he invited to the hospital? Can they go there? Or would you have to opt for a home birth?
And it's like, and I know that these celebrities are broke, including Nicki, because she was just on TikTok Live selling press-on nails.
Yeah, it's true.
Saying, tap the screen, girl, this is where you're at now.
No, for real. And I feel like a lot of people got to understand that this economy is fucking us all up, including the celebrities.
Yes.
We're talking about eggs and gas and so on and so because these are the things that are affecting us. If you think that this economy is not also affecting the celebrities, why do you think they're coming out with new products every 2 to 3 business days?
Talking about, I've always dreamed of having it. Like, girl, no, you didn't.
Girl,
you need some more coin.
You're trying to keep up your lifestyle. Let's be honest.
Because you've been putting out this big image of that you bout it, and now you got a reputation to uphold.
Do you know what I'm saying? I guess
I'm the first to let someone know, girl, I'm poor, but girl, I ain't got it. I'm gonna wear the same. Yes, I wore this shirt 2 days ago. Yes, I did.
And I don't feel bad. What, nigga? Why would I feel bad? And it's like, all right, so we're gonna have to talk about Chris Brown.
Yes.
Since we are talking about like abusers in general, it's really funny because people, when it comes to Chris Brown, they would swear that you know what? The only thing he did was beat on Rihanna, and he was like 14 when that happened, right? And you're like, he was more of an adult age, truly, and it really sucks because when we talk about Chris Brown, I'm always so disappointed, so deeply disappointed with how that is being received. This man's an abuser, and if you think his only issue was beating on Rihanna in 2009, my apologies. Do you know, 20, man, that's insane. 12 days before that lady's birthday, that year, he beat on her. Now, sadly, the issue that I continue to have is, do you see how many?
Wow.
Do you see how many has gone on since then? Drake scuffle.
Because y'all love to say, oh, that was so long ago. And even if it was just that. If we really want to talk about it.
Clock it.
But no, it's every 6 months with him. So
it really is. And I think now the last one, right? Because we're going to totally forget about Karrueche and her 5-year restraining order, which, by the way, almost no one gets. We're not going to talk about what the hit and run In July of 2013, Brown's probation was revoked after he was involved in an alleged hit and run in Los Angeles. This was 2013, right? Mike G. assault, 2016, right? There's allegations of gun threats, 2016. Carucci order of protection, that was 2017. Let's continue. Brown was arrested after his concert during July 6, 2018, on felony battery charges stemming from an incident that occurred more than a year before. The copyright infringement. Okay, whatever. We already knew that's what you bitches do. In January of 2022, a woman, Deja, filed a $20 million lawsuit for allegedly raping her on a yacht. UK nightclub assault. This man beat the shit out of another man with a bottle of Don Julio, left lacerations all over his body, and kicked him in the back of the neck. This nigga went unconscious.
He's lucky to be alive. Very lucky.
Kicked him in the back of the neck. He could have been paralyzed from the neck down. Just want to put that out there. And when he got released on bail, he put up a post that said, "From the cage to the stage." I am so.
That's why I just wish y'all would just say, "I don't give a fuck." Just say you don't care.
Yeah, just be honest. Just be honest, because it doesn't make sense for you to, at this point, it feels like you're just lying.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? At this point, it just feels like you're fucking lying. Or you just refuse. Do you know they went ahead and, he had a concert in London, and they're just going to the people in line waiting to get in. Did you hear about, what Chris Brown did to this person or that person or whatever? And they're like, yeah, I heard that, but the issues that I'm having is that I feel like too many people continue to go after him, and I feel like that nobody really has any real concrete evidence. And remember, the last assault was in London, so the person interviewing is like, well, he just beat a nigga up a little while ago. Well, I actually heard he dropped those charges. All right, next topic.
You can't make this shit up. You really can't.
Next case. Listen, I'm glad we were able to talk about everything in this first one. The way that I'm going to leave it before I move on to the next topic. We need to protect ourselves from the constant gaslighting of parasocial relationships. And I see a lot of black queer people, whether they are talking about Nicki Minaj and how she's still the GOAT, or are you talking about Chris Brown, he can beat me.
And that's how we just talked about it. I'm not
it is one of those things where I will not engage. I will not engage. There's too many black women who love Chris Brown, and I'm just he hates dark-skinned black women. Why don't you care? He ain't say it to me.
It's I think it's time to unpack that. Why don't you care when he's outwardly colorless as hell?
Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland. One of the most beautiful black women that have ever lived. And this man's talking about how he will not fuck, or doesn't want to fuck with dark-skinned black women. And you're like, well, it's his preference.
It's damn,
I really want to tell bitches to stand the fuck up.
And it's I be wanting to do that too, and I be trying to is it appropriate for me to say that? Because I be trying to, I really have to. I try not to, how can I say it? The liquor got me feeling good. I don't know, it's love yourself more. I just leave it at that.
Listen,
but it's am I problematic for saying that to a black woman?
No. Listen, I feel if you are telling the truth about what is happening, I'm sorry if it ends up being aimed at a black person. That doesn't mean it's automatically problematic. Now, if it's a white person speaking, we may have more to talk about. However, If you are a non-Republican Candace Owens sucking dick ass bitch, if that's not who you are and you actually have a critique of black people, I feel like the only critiques that we should be listening to are from black people.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we be listening to their critiques?
Right. Because I'm being honest, I think a lot of y'all Chris Brown defenders hate the skin that you're in.
Oh, 100%. Just like a bunch of black gays who go to church really do hate where they are in life.
Girl, silent sisters at the pews.
Listen,
it's like, girl, do y'all stay silent when the pastor is saying that y'all abomination is going to go to hell one day? Like, what do y'all... Because I got the fuck up and called him out and walked out. And I never stepped foot in the church again. Like, I actually, in front of everybody, I said, like, no one... Like, I can't take you serious. You're actually a very hateful person.
Period.
Like, you talk about gays every Sunday.
Like, as if there's not other things.
You need therapy and you need to unpack what you got going on inside you. Because the call is coming from inside the house.
It truly is.
Because you got dick on your mind every Sunday. so but yeah, just I'm
gonna leave it.
Yeah, I want more people to like do more critical thinking. Why am I still defending abusers? I really can't believe I have to say this, but hey, here we are. Why am I still defending people that are harmful to society? So dedicated to defending harmful people. You know? Think about that.
Like, if we're gonna defend black men, why not defend the Robert Hintons or the Marcellus Williams of the world, who have actually been fucked up by the system and have done nothing wrong? But you decide you want to go ahead and put your loyalty up against Diddy and fucking Jonathan Majors, whatever the fuck that nigga name is. Like, it is beyond ridiculous, and I find it so sad. Oh my god, that little pocket leprechaun. You still want to talk about that nigga. And I know he might have gotten stabbed up, but maybe we should stab more people. I don't know. I'm going to be quiet. I don't know what's going on with that. I really don't care. I'm sick and tired of women being harassed by their abusers. I feel like you don't realize that we live in a world that in the South, a person who has raped someone can ask for custody of the child they fathered through that rape. I mean, he might be a rapist, but it doesn't mean he can't be a good dad.
Yeah, you know, he always came home on time and he cooked and he's a hardworking man. He got 4 jobs, so I don't know where he's at, but I'm assuming he working.
And not diddling babies. Yeah, of course. So the way that I want to wrap up the segment before we move on to the next is, first and foremost, black queer people, we're going to have to hold ourselves accountable for our own misogyny as we continue to victim blame. We constantly want to point the finger at straight people and be like, oh my god, I can't believe you did this. You're doing the same shit, Armand Wiggins, Funky Dineva. You're doing the same shit. And I refuse to be gaslit by a whole fucking society when I say something is wrong and immoral and what we should not be doing. Period. Sorry, not sorry.
Speaking of being gaslit, black liberals, we can move on to that, segue to that.
Oh gosh, gaslit. Let's talk about black liberalism and black conservatism and why these things have so much more in common than you think.
Yep.
I'll let you take it away.
If you're liberal to me, you are just conservative. You have conservative, then you have conservative blue. That's just me. That's just my politic. Black liberals, a lot of y'all have been showing y'all's ass, especially with like these floods and like natural disasters and
oh my god,
just seeing some of the things that y'all have been saying. Oh well,
that's what they voted for.
Y'all didn't like her laugh. Y'all said she had a weird laugh, and it's like, no, we said that she's a fucking war criminal and that she is a Zionist. That's what we said.
Are you only listening to
and you're not going to gaslight me and make me feel bad for not wanting to vote for a motherfucker after I just saw fucking decapitated heads from babies in body bags? And I think that a lot of y'all be projecting because y'all know The call is coming from inside the house. So, I don't think y'all really want freedom. You can't say you want freedom and be a liberal. I'm sorry. You can't. You're a neoliberal. Like, you don't care about things until it's in your backyard. But we're going to talk about all these, like, black elitists and, black capitalists and all these other things. That's what y'all's goal is still set on. And we live in one of the fakest cities in the country. Black excellence city, honey. And you see it everywhere. And y'all have been saying a lot of fucked up things about Palestinians still. And I even saw there was a school shooting a few days ago, of course. And black folks in the comments, who did they vote for?
The kids?
They were like, who did the parents vote? I'm like,
the kids who got shot?
The kids who got shot?
Okay.
You can't make this shit up.
Or, you know what?
But you finish. Because I'm...
So what I have realized is that there are several different pipelines that black people can go down where they find conservatism or liberalism and they really feel like they're on opposite sides, but really you're on the same side. I'm sorry. It just is. Because the things that you can agree upon is genocide. That's what you can agree upon. That's something that Biden, Kamala, and Trump agreed upon. They're going to mow the lawn. It's a real statement that they made about Palestine. You got Donald Trump talking about, Palestine is going to be ours. It's only rubble now. Why would we pay anybody for it? So you destroyed it so you could drop the property value so you could buy it? Okay. The evil is cartoonish and unmatched. And I'm seeing these pipelines that I see a lot of liberals and conservatives going down, and I see the way they're having arguments with each other, and it's almost like, who's the best genocidal leader? And I am appalled. I'm appalled at the fact that this is the conversations that we are having. I'm appalled at the fact that when Aaron and I were talking during the last election, there were people who wished us dead and said, I hope that when the police come, because they have qualified immunity, that they get away with it. Yep. And all Aaron said was, they do!
Right. Every day.
This is current. And we talk about black conservatism and black liberalism as if they're such different things. Let's be honest about black people. We wouldn't be voting Democrat if not for racism.
And that's what they don't want to admit. And I also want to say there's nothing cute about saying things like, this person's overqualified to be the next war criminal or president. I don't think that's something to brag about, being overqualified to be the next genocidal maniac to take the Oval Office. I don't think that's something we should be bragging about as black folks. Oh, well, you should run for the state. You need to work for state or run for office because I like what you say. And it's like, but that's still not going to get you freedom because you work for the state, which is inherently anti-black.
Straight up.
So this whole, we need more black faces in high places. I really wish y'all would let that dumbass shit go. I'm actually getting quite annoyed with it.
Because they're picking Ben Carson. Do you understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like you want black faces in high places for like so bad. You don't even care if their politics are horrific.
And that's what it comes.
You're just like, well, as long as it's a black guy that's doing it, then we're good. It's okay. I really want people to be aware of the pipelines that they have, whether it's down the spiritual pipeline, where it can get conservatism, where they're like, oh, femininity. Look, conservative pipelines. I just want to let people know, when people are putting one particular identity on a pedestal, I need you to understand there is a pipeline that you are about to go down. Straight up.
Yep.
And I don't care whether it's from Princella the Queenmaker or Shira 7 or whoever the fuck it is. These are conservative pipelines that you don't realize that you're going down on, because these only have to do with capitalism. Get what you can get and get out. Who gives a fuck about whatever's going on? Now, men suck. We know men suck. It's fine. Mm-hmm. I'm not telling you not to get what you need from here. I'm saying that maybe there's a different perspective. Instead of thinking that men don't have a capability to love, this is how they were raised. And when they don't adhere to patriarchy, they are automatically victimized. Straight the fuck up. It's okay. It's all right. We're going to move on. I just want to let us know that black queer people are not immune to going down these pipelines. As we were just talking about Armand Wiggins and Funky Dineva, there's a whole list of people. Sometimes even T.S. Madison has some crazy fucking takes.
Crazy.
You're not immune just because of your identity. Period. All right. Let's move on to the floods, the fires, and climate change.
Christians, y'all are so hilarious, right? Because like every time y'all will see like a drop of rain and be like, God! I'm like, okay. Or just, you know.
Jesus said you're a sinner.
And I want y'all to know how fucking evil y'all are. I want y'all to know that y'all are actually ghouls, and I really hope that I'm not gonna say that. Long story short, kick rocks and open toed sandals. Because what the fuck, y'all would, and this is why I think y'all are also a detriment to society. Because instead of just saying, hey, climate change, global warming, all these things, capitalism, y'all would say, oh, well, guys are angry. And it's just fascinating to me.
You're bombing the fuck out of Palestine, and it's like you're literally furthering climate change as we speak.
Right. You're excited to put your tax dollars in the military-industrial complex. Like, you would rather have that than free housing and healthcare, all these things, because, oh my God, radical. When it's just basic human needs anyway. You would rather do all these things and say, oh, well, God's angry. Mm-hmm. And that's what happens. Y'all are fucking disgusting.
There are flash floods going on in Texas. The only thing people can say is, who did you vote for?
And the world's spinning faster because a lot of these glaciers have melted down.
I don't think they know. No, seriously, like the Earth crust is quite literally, certain parts of the Earth's crust is quite literally melting. Mm-hmm. And there are 100,000-year-old diseases that are trapped within some of these plates that are melting and moving into the atmosphere.
That's why, like, I really like. That's why, like, lately, I haven't. Yes. Oh, Aaron, you be having atheist crash outs. Yes, sometimes I do that. Yes, sometimes I be a little disrespectful because y'all are fucking annoying and very dangerous. No, like, honestly, extremely dangerous. Y'all would see so much shit going on, the world falling apart. Well, God's coming back soon. Let me just continue to fucking not give a fuck about the planet that we live on, and. Because the issue is that trans person over there. That's what it is. Y'all are fucking dangerous. And I have more to say, but I'm not.
No, because we even know that YouTube. You know,
even though, YouTube is gonna be like, all right,
you're gonna have to stop. And it just upsets me that there are so many current things going on. Whether it's the flash flooding, I've seen so many people have just lost their whole livelihoods in just a couple of minutes because it's called a flash flood. It happens almost immediately.
Right.
It feels instantaneous. So you go from having a nice day outside to your apartment being filled with water and having to be able to figure out where you're going to put your animals, where you're going to put your children, how are you going to escape. I find it so gross, the fact that we are going to be like, well, you voted for this. Mm-hmm. You don't know what these people voted for. You have no idea. And you are willing to go ahead and turn a blind eye to the loss of life because of it. I need you to understand that this is a part of fascism. This is a part of fascism. You don't believe in what I believe. So therefore, I can't care about you as a human being.
Disgusting.
My politic doesn't change. Let me tell you something. If I'm at a soup kitchen and there's a crazy racist outside talking about fuck all N-words and whatever the case is, I'm here to feed homeless people. I don't care about your politics. I feel like everybody deserves to eat.
Right. And also, poor white folks have been lied to.
So deeply for so long. Oh my God. Honestly, since slavery, like, think about it. These people were like, oh, well, it's okay that these niggas is taking my jobs because at least I get to lord over black people while they continue to go broke. It was a lie. What do you think is happening now with the immigration shit? It's a lie. It's a lie that they're telling you. They're saying, guess what? The reason why we can't pay you more money is because immigrants over here are taking it.
It's because that black person's on TV.
And not because we're spending billions of dollars on wars that we have no business being in?
Right.
Oh, child, absolutely not. I love you. See, this is what we're talking about, Earth being ghetto.
Right.
But as far as I am concerned, at least currently, I feel like there's been constant examples of what is happening. Shout out to Greta Thunberg. And there was a bunch of people on a boat trying to bring aid to Palestine. And they were taken out of the water.
Yeah.
And everybody else was arrested, but Greta Thunberg's white ass was sent home.
Right.
It's alright. Let's go ahead and is there anything else you want to say about black conservatism or black liberalism before we move on?
Yeah, I just want y'all, I want to emphasize that we're not going to get free from this. Ever, ever, ever. So this whole, this won't ever happen under Kamala. Yes, it would. Number one.
Just slower.
And that's the problem. And this is why you're going to continue to get more Trumps. Oh, well, not if he gets assassinated, you're still going to get more Trumps because we are in Trumpism now because we've been voting for the lesser of two war criminals, lesser of two white supremacists for decades. And this is where we're at because we wanted to be individualistic for decades.
Honestly, since the inception of this fucking country,
we wanted this to be the next billionaire. So we're just going to just, if it's not in my backyard, why would I care? And I've been saying, y'all don't pay attention to foreign policy enough because that shit is going to turn inwards.
And you won't even realize what's even happened before it's too late.
Yep.
Because you refuse to pay attention. No matter who is telling you that something is wrong. Because in your mind, it hasn't gotten to me yet. And that is why the crash and burn is going to be so inevitable.
Yep. Because
you're individualistic. Because you're thinking that you need to go ahead and... guess what? Those niggas need to go ahead and pull themselves up by the bootstraps. You're not doing enough. That's why you're in the place that you're in.
You're not a productive member to society. How dare you? You deserve to be ignored if you're homeless because you're not producing labor to society. You're not bringing anything to the plantation.
Plantation theory.
Yep.
Quite literally.
That's why, I be at work, I'm like, wow, everyone's still just locked in. They don't see it.
They don't. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of us who are on the same page, I need you to understand that not everybody can be saved. Some people you just gonna have to leave by the wayside, child. Yep. And that's the truth. And that's just the truth. Okay, let's move on to genocidal imperialism. So, whether we're talking about Sudan or Tigray or Palestine, the one thing they all have in common is Western government trying to infiltrate exactly it is what they have so that they can profit off of slavery.
BP.
Quite literally. We don't talk a lot about Sudan and Tigray. We talk a lot about Palestine. And I need people to understand that all of these people are dying. And a lot of them are dying because of our tax dollars. That whether you like it or not, you are complicit in this war because of your tax dollars. This is not to say that it's your fault, but it is now our responsibility to change. Because are we going to leave it up to the government to change? They're making money. Why the fuck would they change it? They're talking. You have Donald Trump talking about how what he's going to do with the rest of Palestine now that it's all rubble. You got people trying to buy land. Israelis trying to buy land in Palestine right fucking now. Currently, they are putting opiates in the flour that they give them. Oxycodone. They're doing to Palestine the same things they have done to the hood.
Yep.
They're just funneling drugs, and they're just hoping that they all just die out and kill themselves. I refuse to have conversations with people who do not believe that black and brown people have a right to exist. Period. And I'm
can't believe that.
you know what I mean? But I feel like one of the things that I'm most upset about is the fact that it's like watching history repeat itself. It's just like watching history repeat itself over and over and over and over and over. And I'm just like, they have the same game plan every single time.
Yep.
Nothing has changed. They're doing the same thing they did to Compton, they did to inner city neighborhoods. They're just doing it to Palestine.
Yeah. The parallels of it all. That's why I'm like, well, it's happening all the way over there. Why should we cast overseas? But it's parallel as fuck because the cops are trained over. Child.
They're trained by the IDF. They're trained by Israel. Stop it. And stop thinking this is anti-Semitism.
Right.
You know what anti-Semitism is? When somebody's in the comments like, oh, the mustache man was right. That's anti-Semitism.
Right.
Saying that Palestinians deserve to be able to eat flour without oxycodone is not anti-Semitism. Saying they deserve to eat... We just saw a story earlier today where they went ahead and burned, incinerated almost 1 million pounds of food just so the Palestinians couldn't eat it.
Vile.
If this isn't the most cartoonishly evil shit you have ever heard in your fucking life, and then you want to tell me that I want to sit on my moral high ground and not do what needs to be done, when what needs to be done is a fucking ceasefire. And for all indigenous populations to be able to go home.
Right.
Including the Palestinians. God forbid I go ahead and talk about like Native Americans and land back. I'm gonna be quiet. But I'm just letting you know they're really not, because they're just like, what do you want them to do? Take my house? I want them to take their shit back.
Right.
If that happens to you be your house, I'm okay with that. Same thing in South Africa. You should be able to go get your shit back.
Right. But that's how individualism works. They're not going to say it that way. They don't want to say it that way.
No.
It's like, how dare you? Like, I work hard for this. No, but it's like...
Did you work hard or did you steal real hard? Like,
right.
What's happening?
You know? You can't, wow, yeah. Annoying.
It's alright. No worries. We are about to move on.
And then someone got mad at me because I said, they was like, well, you ain't going to be laughing, you ain't going to be saying that when they drop bombs on us. I'm like, but we're all complicit, so I can't be surprised.
Like, all of our tax dollars pay for this. Are we supposed to be shocked when they decide to go ahead and bomb a place in, like, Atlanta or LA?
Like, y'all have a problem with consequences for some reason. A lot of y'all who are individualistic have a problem with consequences because you're so used to being individualistic. So, yeah, I don't take back what I said. Yeah, if they do bomb our asses.
What can we say to them?
We're talking about centuries of this shit.
What are we going to say to Iran or Yemen or all these people, these places where we've just killed indiscriminately or taken out your leaders and erected someone that we thought was going to be good and beneficial for us? How long do we have to... Like, I'm sorry. We're the terrorists.
I'm sorry that it took you this long to finally realize that America is not the good guys and has never been the good guys. And of course, it's going to call every resistance groups terrorists, just like they did the Black Panthers and the Hamas and so on and so forth. It took you that long to see it, but here we are.
You should have been able to watch Dead Presidents and figure that shit out.
You know.
But it's okay.
And stop saying be the next president. We need you to be. I know I just said it, but that shit is low-key a pet peeve of mine. Like, stop saying that shit to black folks who are calling out the system. We don't need these people to work for the state, actually.
Really
it's good that he's very radical as fuck right now, what he's saying. Because I'm seeing that a lot on TikTok. Oh, you should run. You need to be the next president. No, we need him to be for the people. You can't be for the people and run for the state.
It's antithetical. Because remember, even cops only protect property.
Yep.
HR only protects the business.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're not understanding that this is not built for us at all and never has been. Whew. All right, let's talk about FBA and the ICE raids. Now, if you don't know what FBA is, Foundational Black Americans. Now, as
real blacks,
as the two tethers, right? My parents are not American, but I was born here. So in my mind, I was like, well, I'm obviously Black American because I'm Black and I was born in America. Now, if you're talking about reparations, I would not be coming to the U.S. for reparations. I'd be going to Europe for reparations. I'd be like, hey, Britain, see that shit you did in Jamaica? You did a lot of shit. We need you to... Mm-hmm. We need you to break out that just the way Haitians are going to be going to France for their reparations. So if that in my mind is quite literally the only difference between us. Of all the slaves that were shipped out to different places, because the only difference between you and me is a fucking boat stop.
Right.
The smallest percentage was sent to America. The rest of them were sent to the Caribbean and fucking Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a pissing contest of who went through it worse. The only reason I'm even saying this information is so that people understand that being Black American and being Caribbean Black American is ridiculously entwined. The differences that they have between us have been erected by white supremacy. You know why certain Caribbean people and African people hate Black Americans, or certain Black Americans hate? It's white supremacy. Mm-hmm. It's white supremacy that is dividing our diaspora. And the only diaspora wars that I will ever agree with is in reference to food. Who's going to make me the best jollof?
Right.
And I just want to tell Caribbean people, stop making mac and cheese. Let the Black Americans handle that shit. Unless you actually going to do, like, listen, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no fucking macaroni pie. I don't want no macaroni pie. I want mac and cheese.
Like, we ain't got to do that to everything.
Do you know what I mean?
Shit.
And I refuse to ever have it go further than that. Because I believe that being pro-Black means being pro-all Black people. Period. Me and Aaron were talking about how we've been so hurt by certain people in the Black community. And what the fuck, or where the fuck, would we be if we were actually going to take that so much to heart that we stopped fighting for a portion of the Black community?
Right.
Do you know how nuts you fucking sound? So let's get to the ICE raids.
I don't see it as transactional. And that's the problem with a lot of y'all.
So when it comes to ICE raids, we have seen some horrific things. We've seen ICE go to schools where they only have like kids with like mental delays and mental disabilities. They're going to foster cares and taking children from their foster homes. They are now having these children show up to court on their own again, as if we didn't do this several years ago when we were separating children from their parents. I was so disgusted to see that black people who look like me, were like, well, who they vote for? As if this could not, the worst of everything gets to black people, and it gets to black people worse. Tell me how in this moment that we would be immune.
Right.
And also, why does it have to happen to us for us to care? We know that Latin people be fucked up towards us sometimes, but we also know black Latin people exist. So we're supposed to say screw everybody?
That's how American exceptionalism and nationalism works. And unfortunately, a lot of that has been ingrained in a lot of black Americans.
Yep. Yep.
And now they have this whole, we're going to reclaim our land attitude. Which I'm like, girl, we built it. No, you didn't. And they were forced to build it. They didn't want to build it.
And you, like, if anything, I would be thinking that black people are going to be like, listen, you said you were going to give us 40 acres and a mule for each black family, right? How about saying I want that shit back?
Right.
No. What we're going to do is basically work for the state. And anytime we're upset with somebody who happens to be Latin, we're like, man, I should call ICE. What do you think about black Americans who weren't born at home? Sorry, who weren't born in the hospital, who were born at home? Do you know how many older people or homeless people who don't have their information who could be sent to Alligator Alcatraz?
Yep, Auschwitz.
I put up a video a little while ago talking about how disappointed I was in the reception of all of this that was going on, and I know you saw the comment section. It was disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
It was disgusting. Listening to, again, people that look like me and be like, before I help you, are you Haitian? Before I help you, are you Jamaican? Before I help you, are you Trinidadian? Are you African? Are you anything else but black American?
Playing right into their handbook.
And I just want to let the FBA niggas know, this means you can no longer follow Malcolm X. His mom was from fucking Grenada. You can't follow Shirley Cruzlow. Her parents were from Trinidad. You can't follow Kwame Ture. You can't follow Marcus Garvey. You can't. We are in this together and have been. And the fact that you are willing to take the anti-black sentiment that has been injected into our community from white supremacy and hold it against the whole, as if our community is a monolith, is fucking disgusting. And it's a goddamn excuse for you to sit on your ass and do nothing. Talk about I'm a rest. Rest your fucking mouth. Sorry.
Rest, like, girl, you ain't.
That was too much.
This shit up. No, that
was a lot.
That's how. No, go off, because y'all are fucking ridiculous. And a lot of these like radical black revolutionary leaders that y'all say that y'all like believed in working with other revolutionary leaders worldwide.
Palestinians, Mexican coalitions, all these different things were happening, and because you don't want to read, here we are. And the last thing that I'm going to say,
should have voted for girl boss Kamala. We want to be in a situation.
Who was putting trans women in men's jails? No, let's vote. Let's vote for that.
Whose administration gave the police $45 billion?
And what they're really saying
who deleted
is that
comments about Marcellus Williams on her TikTok page, and we're like, "Hey, girl,
and
you want to say
let
something?"
That man die.
Yep, that's gonna free us.
He was executed.
That'll totally free us. The problem is it's just too loud for y'all. It's in your face. You can't escape it.
And that's why you were like, if Kamala was president, we'd all be out to brunch.
Right.
Because guess what? She would have been doing most of her foreign policy out there, and she wouldn't have been doing all the things that Trump is doing on the inside. So you're like, guess what? I would be safe. Yeah, the Palestinians would be fucked, but I would be safe because we are speaking and thinking and moving on such an individualistic level that we refuse to see the power within the community. We refuse to see it. We're just like, well, bitch, that's your problem. I don't have an issue with it. They're not coming to my door. And it's by design. Why do you think America works you so fucking hard and you can't have a fucking vacation? The only thing they want you to think about is survival. That's the point.
Yep.
They don't want you to be human. They don't want you to see somebody else dying from another country by your own tax dollars and actually feel sorry. They don't want you to do that. Because that would be too fucking human.
Yep. Your individualism and wanting to go back to brunch is the reason why Trump is elected and why we're going to get more Trumps. Because the overtime window has shifted and it keeps shifting. And this is, what did y'all expect to happen? Like, yeah.
I am severely saddened by where we're going in this country, and I just want to end this with saying that you have choices. You can stay here and fight, or you can leave.
Yep.
And whatever you choose, I support.
Absolutely.
I want to make that very fucking clear.
Like everything, it's really no way around it. Like if you want to stay and fight, because I was just telling Sydney, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but because everything is just so fucking, everything is up in the air. Everything,
it's too much.
Everything. People that want to go don't feel bad. People that want to stay shouldn't feel bad.
For real. Because if you've decided to stay and fight, you know what? High five, revolutionary. If you've decided, guess what?
And some people just can't leave.
Do you know what I mean?
Some
people don't have a choice but to stay here. Like right now, with what's going on, I don't have it to leave. That's the goal. I'm trying to figure it out to leave it. So when people are like, if you don't like it, leave. Nigga, I'm trying.
Right.
I don't want to stay here with you and your mayonnaise corn.
And to be honest, for these crackers that be saying that, we really can't escape y'all because y'all have fucked up the entire globe. If we really want to talk about it,
that part,
it don't matter where the fuck we go.
There's a reason why I would go to Africa and all of
Western hegemony is taking over all this fucking shit.
I couldn't practice. I can't go to Africa and practice African spirituality without people being like, "You're going to hell." That's how far your colonization has gone. Stop it.
Like y'all are a plague to the planet. So y'all be saying fucked up shit like that, and that should be pissing me off. Because,
and then you have black people participating in white supremacy. Candace Owens, we have black people who are absolutely participating in this shit.
And you trying to make a U-turn now? It's too late, girl. It's too late. You want to be a broken clock? I still don't trust it
at all. At all. And on top, oh Jesus, well, I just hate that we take, whether it's Tucker Carlson or just objectively horrific people, and be like, well, they had a good take. So,
right.
She also said that the black men that were dying were bullet bags.
Right.
Stop it. Whew. All right. Is there anything that you want to say before we wrap it up?
Black liberals just be better, I guess. I don't know. That's all I can say.
Aaron just wants some change. I'm going to say that for black queer people, I need you to be vigilant about who is in your fucking circles. For black people who actually want to make sense, you need to be vigilant about who is in your circles. You need to stop inviting Yes Jules to the party.
Right.
Stop that shit. You need to vet. Truly vet who is in your circle. And I don't care what they fucking look like.
I was gonna say, cause girl, I've been seeing a lot of tap dancing lately.
Listen.
Okay.
No, see, on some Michigan J Frog shit. Let's be for real. And I'm so sick and tired of watching my community, my people, tap dance for some kind of proximity. Whether it's proximity to whiteness, whether it's proximity to straightness, whether it's proximity to the nuclear family. I am so saddened.
And it's unfortunate because we're seeing it them trying to have that proximity is still hurting them. And they're just like, what's happening? Well, how did I get
Why
here?
does this hurt? Because it wasn't meant for you, beloved. It wasn't meant for you.
You thought punching down was saving you. And it's sad.
No, yep, they really do think that punching down is going to save them. And it's not going to. And I cannot wait for the black elites, the black excellence peddlers, the ones who are looking down on whether it is the what do they call them, the sexy reds or the bonquishas of the world. We are not a monolith. We're going to be different people. And the fact that you will go out of your way to go ahead and shit on somebody because they're wearing a bonnet outside, Monique, I feel like you need to understand where white supremacy has put you. They've made you an overseer of our community so you can keep us in line with white supremacy. Don't wear that bonnet. Don't wear them slippers. Don't put in them gold teeth. Don't do the speak proper. Do that. You are asking the whole of our community to mask. And I'm disgusted. And I need other people to realize what's here and what's happening. That's it.
Yep. On that note, you can follow us on Instagram at earth_is_ghetto_, and you can follow me on TikTok at _Aaron205.
And you can follow me at not your magical Negro, KNEE_GRO, on TikTok, and then as Bruja Sid on Instagram. Please send in your questions, send in whatever topics you want. Me and Aaron are really trying to make sure that we are building a community of black queer people who want liberation. And just remember, being queer is African, and we gonna see you in the next one.
Bye.
Peace.